Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishna Jagadguru Adalatme Dayosruta Pranamami Murmur Namastrayate Rajaya Vivekananda Suraya Satya Sukha Srupam Amni Adharadame. I respectful pronouns to revered President Maharaj, who has been here till now, and I respectful pronouns to other senior Maharajis, and Namaskar, and our best wishes to all the others who are present here. We are all assembled here to celebrate the 125th anniversary of the founding of the Ramakrishna mission. The procedure of the first meeting was read out. The proceedings of the first meeting was read out by Belur Bhajanananda, and it is also important to note that revered Bhajanananda in his history of Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna mission writes that during the first 3 years after the founding of the Ramakrishna mission, the members used to meet every month in different places, mostly in Belur Babu's house. And they met mostly to discuss spiritual topics, especially the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. I mentioned this because generally Ramakrishna mission is associated mainly with relief work and rehabilitation work and other kinds of socio-economic activities. Ramakrishna mission also conducted and conducts other spiritual discourses and other kinds of spiritual service also. That also is included in the service activities of the Ramakrishna mission. And in future, these service activities are going to assume greater importance. The Ramakrishna Math, this Ramakrishna mission, Swamiji Sakwaji, the senior Swamiji Maharaj there, Mukesh Vinechila, Swamiji's original idea seems to have been that the Ramakrishna mission would be run by the householders, Grihi Bhaktarai Chalave, and the Ramakrishna Math will be mostly confined to the monks, who somehow by need for various reasons. The socio-economic condition of the society at that time was not favorable for the householders to take up this kind of Ramakrishna mission activities on their own shoulders. So anyway, the Ramakrishna Math in due course gradually took over the activities of the Ramakrishna mission. The Ramakrishna mission came to be under the control and guidance of the monks of the Ramakrishna order after 1909 onwards. The Ramakrishna Math is a monastic, unique type of universal monastic organization. It was brought into existence by Sri Ramakrishna himself, and this Ramakrishna order is based on some of the fundamental the teachings of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Among the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna, 4 teachings at least need to be mentioned. And the Ramakrishna Math, they form the foundation of the Ramakrishna monastic organization. These 4 teachings of Sri Ramakrishna are: number 1, ईश्वर लाभ है मानव जीवन उद्देश्य. This Thakur repeats again and again in the Kathamrita. You can read it. शुद्ध ईश्वर लाभ है मानव जीवन उद्देश्य उन्हीं शुद्ध भले शुद्ध नाय. He also said that ईश्वर लाभ सकले पक्षे संभव. Even ईश्वर household गृह भक्तদের पक्षे ईश्वर लाभ संभव. It will be a kind of assurance. Thakur has given this assurance. So that is one important teaching of Sri Ramakrishna. The second teaching of Sri Ramakrishna to be worth mentioning here is Jato Mat Tato Path. That as many faiths, so many paths. Sri Ramakrishna believed that all the religions, the essence of all religion is God realization. And the religions of the world are not contradictory but mutually complementary. This is a basic idea which makes the Ramakrishna Math a universal organization. The third teaching of Sri Ramakrishna, which is embodied in Ramakrishna Math, is Jini Brahma, Jini Shakti, Jini Ma. The Thakur repeatedly states this in the Kathamrita. Jini Brahma, Jini Shakti, Jini Ma. So that means the Ramakrishna Math is not meant only for the propagation of Nirguna Brahman alone. Here there is scope for all the other Jnana, Bhakti, Karma, Yoga. This Samanvaya. This is what Swamiji called synthesis of yoga. Synthesis of yoga is the basic ideal of the Ramakrishna Math, in which the synthesis of yoga means the conversion of one's whole yoga life, one's whole life into yoga. That is how the synthesis of yoga is possible. Not by doing a little of karma yoga, a little of raja yoga, a little of jnana yoga and all that. The whole life must be converted into yoga. In another way, Swami has expressed it as the potential divinity, manifestation of the divinity, of the inherent divinity of the soul. Whatever it may be, the synthesis of yoga is an important concept, the underlying the ideal of Ramakrishna Math. The fourth teaching of Sri Ramakrishna is the well-known idea of Shiva Jnana Diva Seva. To serve man as God, either as God or serve man, God in man. Whichever is possible, one may attempt either serve man as God or serve God in man. These are the 4 main ideals of Ramakrishna Math, and which the Thakur himself brought into existence, and that is, it is a universal ideal meant for all people and followers of all religion. And as the Ramakrishna mission was started by Swami Bhajanananda to meet certain special, peculiar and particular needs of the Indian society. these conditions of Indian society which prevailed during Swamiji's time, such as the utter neglect and exploitation of the poor people, the tyranny of the upper classes, the richer people over the poor, and then the caste problem. The poorest people in India also belong to the lowest caste. So this caste problem is another great problem to be solved in those days. Then the neglect of women, and especially the education of women. There are several other similar problems. It is to meet the challenge, to overcome, to solve these problems, that this Ramakrishna mission was mainly started by Swamiji. Now, after the more than 70 years or so after independence, now the present social scene in India is vastly different from what prevailed in India 125 years ago. In India, now many of the earlier problems do not exist, and to a great extent they have been solved or eliminated. The poor, the hunger and starvation has been to great extent eliminated. According to recent statistics, only 5 or 6 million people may be suffering from that. But extreme poverty, starvation and hunger has been to great extent eliminated. Malnutrition is now the main problem plaguing the Indian society. And similarly, the caste system, that also untouchability, auspiciata, that has to great extent been eliminated according to many social workers. And the women, especially the education of women, there is tremendous improvement. Illiteracy also has to great extent been reduced. In West Bengal, some 85% or so literacy is there among men. Women also a little less, but is increasing. Everywhere women are in the forefront of all social activities, in education and other fields. Even in army, air force and navy, women are joining and doing the work. So there is great improvement in the condition of women in India has taken place. There are several other social parameters. Tremendous great improvement has taken place. Now the question is, in this situation, वर्तमान समय, ये वर्तमान युगे, what is our रामकृष्ण मिशन है प्रासंगिकता एवं गुरुत्व संपर्के भावभाव दरकार भाग्य हो. We have to do a lot of thinking on designing the activities of the Ramakrishna mission, and especially planning our future of the Ramakrishna mission. What will be the future of the Ramakrishna mission in the changed circumstances in Indian society? This is a topic which all of us have to think about. One thing is sure, and that is the spiritual spiritual solution is the only ultimate way to deal with even the socio-economic problems. Those countries which had attained economic, social and economic prosperity, are they living in happiness and peace? Are they free from problems? They have different types of problems, especially psychological problems have increased. Existential problems plaguing Western society. Swamiji saw this in the West. There is a tendency nowadays to project Swami Vivekananda as a management expert. Swamiji's ideas can be applied in different circumstances. What he wanted to do was the application of practical Vedanta. Our General Secretary Maharaj referred to that repeatedly. It's practical Vedanta that is yet to be done. If the social service activities we are taken up have been conducted in the spirit of practical Vedanta, these present day problems wouldn't have arisen. Swamiji, when he went to America, he saw enormously affluent society in America, but he saw the people there had greater problems than the poor countries like in India. So there itself Swamiji saw Vedanta. So the idea of practical Vedanta Swamiji developed for the Western society. Now Indian society is also becoming more and more affluent, and the problems which Western society faced in the earlier years, they are now coming to the Indian society also is now facing the surplus wealth. How to, when wealth increases, you find there takes place degeneration in family and social levels, the drug abuse, alcoholism and various other juvenile delinquency and various problems are likely to come up if this original idea of practical Vedanta is not followed in our day-to-day life. In the educational field, now education is mostly in the hands of the government. So educational field, it may not be possible to implement immediately all these ideas, though they are practically secular ideas. They cannot be easily practiced in the educational field. Maybe it may not be possible, but the Ramakrishna mission is running several educational institutions which have got autonomy, and various other institutions also they are running. So there is greater need for stressing the spiritual aspect of social service, not only the physical, external or physical activities. We have to stress greater the importance of practical Vedanta. What exactly practical Vedanta means, that itself has to be understood properly. Synthesis of yoga and practical Vedanta, these two are likely to become greater assume greater importance in future. So this is the Shokale Kartabhya. We have to think deeply about all these problems. So this is all that I have to say. Now the time is already over. ओम शांति शांति शांति। सब उपस्थित सकले हार्दिक कल्याण जिन ठाकुर महास्वामी पाचे प्रार्थना जानिए शेष करना।